Okay, so we have the turtle here. There are two parts to the shell. The top part, the carapace, which is used to camouflage the turtle from viewers above. And then the bottom of the turtle, which is called the pastron, which is used to camouflage the turtle from predators below. And then we have the bridge between the carapace and the pastron, and that's right here, and it's located here too. And then we have this epidermal layer on the outside of the shell of horny scutes, and this is plate-like structures all along the shell and over here too. Then we have the forelegs, which are shorter than the hind legs. All the legs have these claws on them. The claws are used for climbing and digging and locomotion. And then the back legs, which are longer, they're the hind legs, and they are shaped like paddles to propel the turtle through the water. And then we have scaly skin all along the turtle, and that is used for protection from predators, and it aids in osmoregulation, keeping the water inside the body. Then we have the muscular post-anal tail, which allows the turtle to change directions while swimming. You see that the neck is S-shaped, and this is good for extension of the neck so that the turtle can breathe out the nostrils. And then also it's good for protection so the turtle can put its head back into the shell.
Well, here's the head of the turtle. We see that the turtle has 2 eyes, and this is used for detecting images. They're very good eyesight. There are lots of cones in the eyes, and this helps them to see color. The eyes are coated with a third eyelid, and that is the nictitating membrane, and that moistens the eye and wipes the cornea clean. Then we move to the external nerves, and this is used to move air into the mouth. They're really good smell. And then they don't have any external ears, but we see right here the membrane-like tympanum, which picks up vibrations. They do not have very good hearing.
The skull of the turtle, the lower jaw is called the mandible, and that's right here. So right here we have the carapace, and this is the vertebrae, which forms the spine. And then we see it branching out this way, and that forms the ribs, and these structures support the carapace. The turtle's digestive system consists of the alimentary canal, which runs from the mouth to the anus. The mouth has no teeth, so it uses the beak to tear its food. We see the beak right here. Then the food goes down the esophagus, which is the tube that is dorsal to the trachea. Its appearance is smooth and muscular. It brings food from the mouth to the stomach, so it goes all the way down here. Here's the stomach. The stomach secretes acidic juices that break down food. And as we cut it open, we can see that it had a meal of crabs. And the folds of the stomach, you can see right there, are called the ragae. Then the food is passed to the duodenum, which is the first part of the small intestine. The duodenum receives bile from the liver and pancreatic enzymes to digest food further, specifically fats. The liver, right here, and the liver right here, you can see it fills up most of the body cavity. The liver is used in the digestive system to metabolize carbohydrates and fats. It produces bile, which is used in the duodenum of the small intestine for digestion and absorption of fats. It can also detoxify poisons. This pea-shaped organ is the gallbladder, and it stores and concentrates the bile that's produced in the liver, and it delivers the bile to the duodenum. Then As it goes down the small intestine is very large. Then it goes into the large intestine. The large intestine consists of the colon and the rectum. It absorbs water and digests bacteria. It forms the feces at the end and in the rectum, and then it narrows to the cloaca at the end. The respiratory system for the turtle is complicated. The rib cage cannot expand as much as it would like because of the hard outer shell. This is why the leg muscles contract to create more space for air to come in. Turtles are known for their the long time that they're underwater, and this expansion of the leg muscles helps with that. The turtle pulls down air through the lungs and contracts the diaphragm. The external nares right here, they take in air through the navel cavities right here into the mouth. We see the external nares right here, and they take in air through the nasal passage, and then it goes into the glottis, which is the opening that connects the pharynx. The pharynx is connected to the trachea. The trachea is this long cartilage ringed structure, and air travels down the trachea, and then it divides into bronchi, and these two lead to the two lungs. The bronchi branch into bronchioles inside the lungs. We can see one lung on this side and another lung on this side cut open. You can see like the netting right there. The bronchioles keep getting smaller, and at the end of the branch are these capillary cells, which are small air cells located at the end of the branch. And they are used to give oxygen to the blood and take away carbon dioxide from the blood so that it can be exhaled through the same process. This is the turtle's heart, and it has a right atrium and a left atrium and then a single ventricle. The turtle has two portal systems. The hepatic portal system supplies blood to the liver through the hepatic portal vein. The renal portal system supplies blood to the kidney via the renal artery. It has a double circulatory system. The systemic circulatory system supplies blood to the body, and then the pulmonary circuit supplies blood to the lungs. Okay, so this is the turtle's heart. We see the left atrium and then the right atrium and then the single ventricle. If we open it up, we see that there's this wall right here that is an incomplete partition that somewhat divides the ventricle, and it does a pretty good job in separating the oxygen-rich blood from the oxygen-poor blood. We see from the back the blood coming in from the lungs, and then from the body. We see it coming in here to the right atrium and then spilling into the ventricle and then coming out the pulmonary artery, and that's when it needs oxygen and it goes to the lungs. The heart of the turtle is adapted to dive deep for a long periods of time and to hold its breath for a long period of time, and during that time there's increased pressure in the lungs, which results in deoxygenated blood not being able to enter this pulmonary artery, which allows the blood that is deoxygenated to go through the body again, even though there's only a little bit of oxygen left. So this is a turtle's heart pulled out, and we cut it open at the ventricle, and you can see that the incomplete partition is right here, and that separates the two sides of the ventricle. Here is the nervous system, which distributes sensory and motor impulses through neurons. The central nervous system is the brain and the spinal cord together. The top up here is the olfactory lobe, which is for smell. It's the cerebrum, which is for sensory information. Then down here is the pituitary gland, used for hormone signaling. The blue lobes right here are the optic lobes, used for vision and carries sensory neurons to the brain. The pink is the cerebellum, which is for balance, equilibrium, and depth perception. And then the medulla is the extension of the spine right here into the brain. It's used for automatic activities such as respiration, blood circulation, heart rate, swallowing. In the excretory system, we have 2 kidneys on either side of the turtle, and kidneys excrete ions, water, and other nitrogenous waste into the urinary bladder, which is right here. Once the urinary bladder is filled with urine, it exits to the cloaca. In the female turtle, we see a bunch of eggs. These yellow things are all eggs. And we see the membrane sac that surrounds them is called the ovary, and each egg is in various stages of development. By the amniotic eggs, we see the opening of the oviduct, which is called the ostium, right here. Structure right here is the oviduct, which is the passageway through which the eggs are formed, and it connects to the bladder, which is here, and also the part of the bladder is down here too. We see that sac right there. These are the amniotic eggs of the female turtle. This is vital to life on land because the shells protect the egg from desiccation while allowing gas exchange. Turtles go through internal fertilization, which means that the penis is inserted into the cloaca, and the egg is fertilized within the female by the sperm. And they are oviparous, which means that the egg is hatched outside of the mother's body. Okay, so this is the male reproductive gonads structures. Right here is the urinary bladder, which stores urine. And these 2 things on either side are the testes, which produce sperm. And the green large lobes on either side is the epidermis, which stores the sperm. And then right here in the middle, that tube is the penis, which is inserted into the cloaca of the female and delivers the sperm to the egg. Right here is the cloaca, and then we see the outside of the cloaca right there.